Number 1. Cops arrest ATF agent. An agent with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms has filed a lawsuit alleging that he was subjected to excessive force while carrying out his official duties. On July 7, 2020, Agent James Burke, a 16-year veteran of the ATF, was on a routine assignment visiting a residence on Edgebrook Drive to retrieve a shotgun from someone not authorized to possess a firearm. He was dressed in his standard, casual professional work attire, with his credentials in a pocket and an ID card around his neck. When Agent Burke knocked on the door, someone inside called 911 but refused to open the door, reading Burke's badge number to the dispatcher. Typically, this verification process is routine for Burke, and he had never encountered any issues before. However, this time, the dispatcher instructed the caller not to open the door and dispatched Officer James Fahey and Kevin Winchell to the scene.
My husband, for officers on edge, Brooke, we were finally able to get he said, you have to open the door. I tell him, I'm sorry, I can't stay with my kids. My kids start crying because they're afraid. And I tell him,
Did he ever try and break the door or anything like that?
Yes, he is still knock, and he said, I will stay here until evening if you don't open the door because you are liar.
Upon Fahey's arrival, Agent Burke waved him over, identifying himself as a federal agent with his hands raised. However, Fahey immediately drew his weapon, aiming it at Burke, and shouted for him to get on the ground.
ID, get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! Get on the ground now!
Despite Burke's efforts to try and prove his identity to the officer, he remained hostile and kept his gun drawn and pointed towards the agent. Soon enough, Winchell also pulled up and both officers drew their guns at Burke, leaving him no choice but to comply. The officers kept their firearms drawn at Burke for over 90 seconds before they very aggressively placed him under cuffs.
You're acting like a moron!
Wait a second!
During the arrest, the officers repeatedly used a taser on Burke despite him being face down on the ground and not putting up any resistance. The officers refused to listen to Burke and forced him into the police cruiser.
Sir, hey, guys, please, just talk to me for 1 second, please.
Get in the car,
No,
we'll
wait.
talk later.
Sir, wait.
You had your chance.
No, I was trying to give you my creds. You didn't let me show
You
them to
never
you.
once tried.
I did.
Get in the car.
Wait.
Now!
Have a seat. Please, wait, I gotta breathe. Okay, sir, let me breathe.
Burke pleaded with the officers to let him have some air since he had a medical condition that made it hard for him to breathe.
Legs in, we're closing this door.
Sir,
Get your legs in.
I need air. Sir, please, call an ambulance. I'm asking for an
You
ambulance.
got a medic coming. Get in the car.
Sir, I don't need the medic. The taser didn't bother me.
You just said call an ambulance. If you don't need
Yeah, now you don't want one. Get in the car.
in the car. Get all
Sir,
the way
I
in.
can't
After about an hour, Burke was released without any charges. Upon being released, he filed a lawsuit against the officers. The lawsuit claims that Burke posed no immediate threat to the officers or anyone else, and he did not resist or display any aggression toward them.
But he's got a medic. He says he's got some condition. He may even really be a police officer. He's got a badge, but he wouldn't do anything, wouldn't get on the ground. I told him over and over to get on the ground. He wouldn't comply with anything. We had to tase him. He fought with us the whole time.
The incident was reportedly captured on body cameras, and the footage was shared with the Columbus Police Department. As a result of the incident and the injuries, both physical and psychological, Burke has transitioned to an administrative role within the ATF. The lawsuit names the city of Columbus, officers Fahey and Winchell as defendants, and alleges a pattern of misconduct by Columbus police, coupled with a lack of investigation into officers' behavior, amounting to what is termed unconstitutional policing. At this time, the Division of Police has declined to comment on the ongoing litigation. This case brings attention to the critical issue of law enforcement accountability and the need to ensure officers use appropriate force and uphold citizens' rights during interactions. If you thought this story was wild, wait till you check out our next story, where a bunch of cops harass an elderly woman on a scooter and pay dearly. Number 2, cops arrest woman with disabilities. A woman from Brookings, Oregon, named Jennifer Gaiman, who relies on a mobility scooter because of her disability, got a citation and was subsequently arrested in 2018 by the police for driving her scooter on the sidewalk.
I'm gonna explain it to you in a second. We're stopping you because you're on a sidewalk with it.
Yeah,
you rode
because
through
it
a
is
crosswalk.
it's a legal thing on a sidewalk. Look it up. It's a mobile scooter.
It was reported that she had been out with friends that night and used her mobility scooter to travel home, a journey of a few miles. However, 2 Brookings police officers stopped her, claiming that she shouldn't ride her scooter on crosswalks or sidewalks and that she must wear a safety helmet. Body cam footage of the incident has been obtained, shedding light on her conversation with the officers.
Yeah, because I'm getting pissed off.
Why are you getting pissed
Because
off?
I want to go home. You guys are pulling me over for no reason.
We're on
It's like
lawful traffic
Iris. It's like Iris. You know Ira, the blue guy with the guy who's riding around? It's exactly like his, except it's got 2 seats. That's all it is.
It's an electronic
Why?
scooter.
Exactly.
Do you deny that it's an electronic scooter?
It's not an electronic scooter, and I can ride it on a sidewalk.
Is it gas powered?
No, it's not gas.
The officers tried to explain to Ms. Guyman why she was stopped.
This is how I get around, and you know that. You've seen me many times around this town riding it.
Okay, are you going to let him explain to you why you're actually on a lawful traffic stop?
Okay, so we stopped you because it was actually looked up before, okay? You can't ride this in a crosswalk and on the sidewalk.
Are you kidding me?
The officers asked Ms. Guyman for her ID, which she provided. However, despite repeated requests, the officers did not return her ID, telling her that.
Can I please get my ID back now?
No, you will get it back once we finish.
You asked me to show you what the rules were.
No, I just want to go. I can look them up myself.
No.
I'm cold and I want to go and
Nope.
shower. Oh, really?
Senator about California, Utah, Oregon.
I have no warrants. I have nothing.
Copy.
Thank you. Give me back my ID.
No, you are not free to go right now. You're not free to go until we are finished.
I'm finished with you. I'm not going to say one more word to you.
The officers then went on to show Ms. Guyman the exact law which prohibits the use of a mobile scooter on a
Not
sidewalk.
according to the Oregon Department of Transportation. I'll look it up for you, just so you can know that I'm not messing with you, and he's not messing
Okay,
with you.
so I'll let everybody know that you guys have bad laws in this town, and that people
It's
that have
Oregon.
disabilities.
It's an Oregon
No, you know what?
Department of
That's disabilities. Okay, these people ride these scooters for disability. You want them riding on the streets so they get hit by a car? You kidding me?
So, in Oregon, since this is a electronic scooter, you're not allowed to have passengers on it. That's one rule. You are
It's got
required
two
to wear a
seats.
helmet.
No, you don't.
You are. You are not allowed to ride it on sidewalks, and you're not allowed to ride it in crosswalks. All right?
Okay.
The officers wrote Ms. Guyman multiple citations, after which they told her she was not permitted to ride her scooter home because she was not wearing a helmet.
Thank you. I want to leave.
That's fine.
I'm gonna get pneumonia. Have me the fucking ticket.
So, until you get a helmet, you are not allowed to drive this thing, just so you know.
I have to get home.
I got that. You chose to drive tonight or ride this tonight without a helmet.
Thank you.
So, I'm telling you right now.
Okay, you already gave me a ticket for it. Goodbye.
You're not welcome
Okay,
to drive
goodbye.
this.
Despite being told to leave her scooter and walk, Ms. Guyman decided to continue her journey home on the scooter. The officers pursued her, resulting in a slow chase that ultimately led to her arrest.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Okay, well, we disagree on that. You're under arrest.
You're happy, huh, that I'm getting arrested?
Ms. Guyman was later convicted of felony evading the police and was jailed for 5 days. However, in June of the following year, the Oregon Court of Appeals overturned the felony conviction. Ms. Guyman's attorney, Jacob Johnson, argued that the officers had violated the Americans with Disabilities Act and the Fourth Amendment, which protects against unlawful search and seizure. In response to the lawsuit and the allegations, the city of Brookings made the decision to settle the case. As part of the settlement, they will pay Ms. Guyman $300,000 in damages. Her attorney expressed satisfaction with the outcome, stating that the city made the right choice in reaching a settlement that they believe is appropriate for the circumstances.
I think the city just made the right choice and settled it for an amount that we think is appropriate.
Additionally, as part of the settlement, the city will issue a handwritten apology to Ms. Guyman, acknowledging the incident's impact. Moreover, the officers involved will undergo training to better understand and comply with the Americans with Disabilities Act. The case serves as a reminder of the importance of protecting the rights of disabled individuals and upholding the principles of fair treatment under the law. Jennifer Guyman's story highlights the need for awareness and sensitivity in law enforcement practices, ensuring that individuals with disabilities are treated with dignity and respect. If you want to watch more videos of cops messing with the wrong people, then please subscribe to the channel.